his real name until a couple years ago when my mom told me the story about him coming back from the war and basically feeling that he couldn't run his business with such an ethnic last name. So he was a designer, and this is what I so love about him. He wanted to change the form of the button-down shirt for women in the workplace in the 50s. I don't know if you saw these shirts, but they're like so not cut right for a woman. Not in this boxy, weird, I mean, unless you're into that, which is totally cool, like boyfriend shirt, or you just, who cares about a bias? But he was really wanting to make it beautiful and not just kind of to sell it, not like super tight, but just beautiful. And he felt that he had, as a Liberman, it would be better if he was a Lee. So he was always Grandpa Lee to me. And the side note of the story is he was coming up with another designer named Ralph Lipschitz. Ralph also maybe more wisely decided to change his last name because just people always are going to make fun of the shit part, Even though it's like, Yiddish, Jewish, it's like we hear it every day. So he was a tie designer. He went on to change his name to Ralph Lauren.
Oh, him.
He wasn't quite Liberman wasn't quite as successful as Ralph, and Ralph is brilliant in many ways, obviously, and an excellent businessman. My grandfather, not quite the businessman. But anyway, I'm glad he wasn't, because he retired early and he started painting. When you start your imagine what your twilight year hobby is going to be. It's going to be good. It's probably going to be, no one's probably going to be interested in it, but it's going to be good. You're going to love it. And my grandfather, he had this really interesting way of painting, and he finally just let himself paint the way he wanted to paint in his later years. Anyway, when I was a young girl, I just remember all of these paintings filling the wall, and there was one that I fell in love with. Later on, I realized, these are 3 naked women sitting in a circle with each other, and it maybe is a little bit more sexualized than I thought when I was young. But what I was super into was the palette. So it's like a dreamscape palette. It's like he ate mushrooms and then painted these women, So when I was writing this record, I was still living in New York, and the painting hung where you sit at my piano, it's all you see. And I got lost in these colors, and I realized I was writing this music that felt like the colors of this painting. And so I wanted to honor his work as an artist and bring to light my family's real name. It's Liberman. And on that note, this song is called Blue Pool. Man, it's so nice to see you again. Great blue pool in LA. I'll close my book, move my bag, need some space. 'Cause time of year that sun great. Tell me now how these few years have been. What is living to honor the past? I have been well, I say through a smile. These feelings, they come and go fast. Cigarette and see the fame in your eyes. Sing me the new song you sing. The time for you and I was never quite right. It matters and means everything. As the garden walls to away, before you know you're outside and the ivy's coming in. It's so beautiful if you can find it. You on her good side. Some people, they still fight their fate. I understood clear what you said with your eyes. We all speak in different ways. The garden walls go away. Before you know you're outside and the ivy's coming in. It's so beautiful.